Have you noticed how whenever they talk about cutting the budget, that lawmakers have a tendency to want to cut other people's projects, but not the ones that they themselves would benefit or the ones that they believe that their constituents would benefit, which of course then comes back to benefiting them because, constituents have a tendency to vote for people who give them things. And this is happening again and again and again. It happens on the national scene. It happens on the state scene. It happens on the borough level, the city, constantly again and again and again and again. And it's driving me a little crazy. I mean, seriously. How many of these so-called services do we really need? And at what point is it the government's job, or is it up to us to provide for ourselves? For instance, I'll just use trash collection as an issue, because here in the city of Fairbanks, we get charged for the trash collection, whether we have anything out there to pick up or not. And part of it, of course, they say it's because of public health. We have to make sure that the trash is picked up. But if somebody doesn't actually put the trash out in the first place, then what's the point? Now here on the state level, you've got this huge budget, a bigger budget than last time. We've got a massive deficit. They're talking about going after the PFD. They're talking about an income tax. How about we start talking about not providing so many services? In a household budget, and I know that it's different in a household budget because basically everything at the household level is really voluntary. I can choose whether I'm going to feed my family cornflakes or if I'm going to feed them steak. At any particular level, it's not your responsibility to pay for my family to have steak, especially not if your family's eating cornflakes, right? And yet somehow when it goes to the bigger issue of a governmental budget, there are all of these things that are loaded in, like not just the wages, but the pension plan, the health care plan, all of these other things for the employees, so-called, of the different government agencies. If we were to go about this in a more sensible manner, we would look at how much money is coming in and then decide where to spend it. Instead, they go and they sit down and they decide how much they're going to spend and then go to try to figure out where they're going to get the money for it. It's completely backwards, and it's making my eyes bleed. Look, I don't care what party you're a part of. I don't care if you believe in government or don't believe in government. Will you please stop taking my children's steak budget and turning it into cornflakes budget so that you can give your friends steak? It's not right. And if you have if you have any proof, I don't care if you have an opinion, I want to know if there's any proof that somehow you have a right to take away from my budget in order to up yours. If you want to up your budget for something, then work some extra hours. Take a second job. Do some independent contracting on the side. Sell the stuff you don't need anymore. And that way you can give as much away to other people as you want to. Stop coming into my house and stealing my stuff or the potential stuff. Basically, all of my life is exchanged for you to have the things that you want for your friends. It needs to change. That's my 2 cents. If you've got proof that I'm wrong, email me. We'll discuss it. Steve@radiofreespeech.com.